G'day humans, Chris Stead from Finder here. Today I'm at the Google event in Sydney. They've just announced the new Pixel Watch, which you can see just here. And I'm chatting with Rory Charlston, the head of devices here at ANZ, about the watch. Mate, why did Google feel a need to branch out from Fitbit and have its own Pixel branded watch?
Sure, so these devices, both the Fitbit watch and the first ever Google Pixel watch, work together as an overall portfolio. The Google Pixel watch is for people that want that premium smartwatch experience. So for example, it provides all the helpfulness of Google and all the health and fitness insights of Fitbit. On the helpfulness from Google perspective, you've got Google Assistant there, Google Maps, Gmail. You can even control the smart home. So hey Google, turn on the lights. And then bringing the best of Fitbit's health and fitness capabilities to the watch, it enables us to do things like, for example, having the two companies work together. We've created Fitbit's most accurate heart rate tracking ever. And that's by leveraging Fitbit's experience in health and fitness and Google's experience in AI and machine learning. So we think it's a great opportunity to bring the capabilities together and provide experiences to users that are delightful, easy to use, and is really going to help them on a day-to-day basis.
So obviously accuracy is a big thing with these sort of the fitness trackers or wellness trackers. Have you looked into TGA approval with any of these features, or how has that side of things been going?
Sure. So I'm not a specialist on the TGA approval side of things, but I will. It's a great question. I'll ask our product manager, Katie, to confirm that. But we do a lot of user testing, and for example, with the sleep capabilities on the watch, we've leveraged Pixel's over 1 billion nights of sleep tracked to provide the best possible insights to consumers.
So in terms of the design of the watch, what were you guys hoping to achieve? Anything you'd like to particularly point out?
Yeah, sure. So we really wanted a watch that can be worn easily all day. We wanted a watch that that was distinct in terms of look, and so you can see it's got this distinct circular design, which was actually developed specifically to the new Android Wear OS update. So every part of the new Android Wear OS update has been developed to work with the round watch face. You can see you swipe down. I can press the side crown in order to get back to the front. You slide down to access things like settings. You can slide across to see your most recent tiles that you've used. You press the crown to come back to the middle. Swipe up for recent messages. Swipe down again for your settings. So we want to be something that can be used and worn all day. We want it to look distinct and really feel elegant and easy to wear.
I love the fact that there's a crown, and we're seeing these missing for some of the Fitbit range. What was the mentality there? Just playing with it then, the haptic feedback on it's excellent.
Yeah, and we just think it's a really natural input method. So you've got swiping up and down, but just simply scrolling. People are used to this sort of experience through visiting web pages and the scroller on the mouse and that sort of thing. So we wanted to provide multiple input methods, and a really important input method as well, which is somewhere where Google really excels, is voice. So inputting via typing on a watch, given the watch face is so small, can be difficult. But because Google Voice Assistant is so accurate, that's one of my favourite features about this device. It makes it really easy input for into a small form factor like a watch.
So during the presentation, I thought it was interesting when Katie mentioned she considered this a Fitbit in many ways, but the first Fitbit with Wear OS involved in it. What does this say about, I guess, the future of Wear OS and Fitbit in general moving forward?
Sure, yeah, so the Fitbit portfolio is going to continue to grow, and you would have seen, just super recently they've announced some new devices, and so we're going to be, having devices run side by side and a premium smartwatch experience like Google Pixel, and then we're going to be, continuing to develop the Fitbit portfolio as well.
Now, obviously, the Pixel 7 and Pixel Watch are going to work best together. And I assume the Pixel tablet as well when it comes forward. It's not available with iOS devices, but it is available with all the other Android phones, Android 8 and above. What features are customers going to miss out on if they're using a Samsung or another Android phone with the watch?
So there are no features that are exclusive to to Pixel 7 and 7 Pro with the watch. So you'll find most of the features work, perfectly well with another Android device, as you mentioned, as long as it's compatible from Android 8 OS upwards.
And also, sustainability has been something you mentioned a couple of times in the briefing. There's some sustainable product design here. How important is sustainability to consumers in 2022, and how hard is it to implement in your devices?
Sure, so sustainability is a key issue for all of us, and as a company producing devices, it's a key responsibility as well. I mentioned in the phones that the aluminium enclosure is made from 100% recycled aluminium. The stainless steel enclosure in the watch is made from 80% recyclable stainless steel. We've also done other things like we've removed the all the plastic from the outside of the boxes of the phones and the watch and all of the Google range actually. And then, if I go back to the phones, the phones will get security updates for 5 years. So increasing the longevity of our hardware devices is a really key part of our overall sustainability efforts.
Right, beauty. And with the subscription plan, now I realise that this is obviously Fitbit driven, I assume, it's from the Fitbit range, that side of things. One thing that's kind of always frustrated me is when data, which is effectively a spreadsheet reorganised, is behind a paywall. Can you provide me any deeper insights here into why things like the stress monitoring and the daily readiness score might be something that would need to be behind a paywall?
Sure, yeah, so not all customers or consumers need all of that additional functionality. So for example, Fitbit Premium comes with 400 pieces of mindfulness content, but not all consumers need that, and so we like to make the devices, the entry point, as accessible as possible, and we do that by some sort of service features like that. We give a trial to, and then if people feel that it's really useful to them, then they can obviously continue to use that service.
Righto, and just finally, obviously we've got a couple of different colours of the watch, and there was quite a number of bands shown on the presentation. Are those all available in Australia with launch, or will there be a delay on some of those?
Yeah, so there's 20 watch bands that are available. They are all available at launch from Google Store and also online from Officeworks.
Unreal, thanks very much, mate. I really appreciate it. Looking forward to trying out the watch.
Awesome, thanks very much, Chris.